This is Crystal Phend with MedPage Today here in Coronado, California at the AACR-IASLC Joint Conference on the Molecular Origins of Lung Cancer. Dealing with false positives has been a problem in screening and diagnosis of lung cancer, but a new non-invasive blood-based strategy looks promising, as Dr. Stephen Dubinett of the University of California, Los Angeles explained.
We want to try to develop non-invasive tests that patients can have routinely in order to determine or have an early indication that they may have lung cancer. We think the greatest utility of this test would be for the evaluation of patients who present to their physicians and have an X-ray abnormality that needs to be diagnosed. So this may be one component of a diagnostic workup that is non-invasive but helpful to the physician and the patients to determine whether or not they have cancer. The definitive way to make the diagnosis of what we call an indeterminate pulmonary nodule, that is an X-ray abnormality that looks as if it may be cancer, is to have a biopsy of that abnormality.
So the researchers examined a relatively new blood-based assay technology as a non-invasive strategy, which they studied in a small group of early lung cancer patients and at-risk controls.
So what we did was we screened a number of proteins in the blood that, based on our previous studies and the work of others, had suggested that those proteins might be relevant to the development of early lung cancer. Then by using those proteins, we were able to come up with a set of proteins that may be very useful in the diagnosis of lung cancer, but much more work will need to be done to define that. These studies are preliminary and just a first step in trying to understand how these tests would be used clinically, and much more research needs to be performed before this is used on a regular basis.
If the results hold up under further study, the multiple biomarker blood assay could help patients avoid unnecessary biopsies and expensive imaging. Here in Coronado, California at the AACR-IASLC conference, I'm Crystal Phend, MedPage Today.